Hello all. So how many Americans do you think are university graduates? 80%? 50%? I finished high school on time, received a bachelor's degree in 4 years, and went to law school 6 years after that. There's very little in my world that indicates that this is anything other than the normal American experience. I think this is true of most Washington, D.C. journalists and politicians as well. The news and books we read, the TV shows we watch, and the social media we consume all keep us in our bubble. That's why I found the U.S. figures on university graduation to be so shocking. Depending on how you do the math, somewhere below 30% of Americans 25 and over have a 4-year university degree. This number explains the success of both Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump. Let me be very clear. I'm not here to tell you that this story is about uneducated Americans being led astray by demagogues. In fact, I think it's completely the opposite. These renegade politicians are popular because the majority of Americans understand their interests very, very well. Both Sanders and Trump, in very different ways, are opposed to globalization. Trump seems to want to discard a good deal of American law and almost all of our international trade agreements in an effort to make America great again. Sanders seems a bit less insane, but he too wants to roll back decades of bipartisan law and policy. These guys aren't popular because they're crazy. These guys are doing well because they're actually offering something to the 70% of Americans that our culture ignores, and that most of our current leaders seem to know even less about than I do. Globalization has involved the liberalization of trade and the shipping of jobs overseas for decades. The justification for this is that it grows the overall economy, which should lift all boats. It allows the U.S. to focus on our comparative advantages like design, finance, high technology, and marketing, while lower-cost producers can do all the dumb stuff. There's no disputing that it's great for U.S. business, and it's been incredible for previously poor populations across Latin America and Asia. It's also been great for Americans like me, who have been lucky enough to complete an undergraduate education. Globalization means that our degrees can take us to exciting jobs all over the world. Many of us make enough money to become stakeholders in the growing U.S. economy by buying chunks of U.S. companies or absurdly overpriced real estate. For something like 30% of Americans, globalization and the past 40-odd years of trade policy have been a great deal. But what about the other 70%? You'll note that all those sexy design and marketing jobs that the U.S. is supposed to focus on now require a college degree. Some point to the fact that many consumer goods are now cheaper. They are, but a cheaper fridge isn't very helpful when you're trying to pay the ever-escalating costs of American education, healthcare, and real estate off the proceeds of a manufacturing job that no longer exists. Globalization provides essentially nothing to the 70% of American adults that haven't finished a 4-year college degree. The bipartisan fascination with further trade deals, globalization, and relatively open borders is something that I support wholeheartedly. It's done incredible good in the world. And make no mistake, it's been essential to the continuation of the power and prestige of the United States of America. As the years move forward, these policies will become even more necessary. If we want the party to continue, we've got to do something more for those that have been left behind. Sanders and Trump make a lot of people very nervous. But if we don't figure out how to make globalization work for the other 70%, Sanders and Trump are just the beginning. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And if you'd like to help me make more videos like this one, please click on the Patreon link here to find out how.